Hi, good afternoon. This is Carrie Sparks, your Arizona Title Gal with Pioneer Title. I can be reached at 602-715-5704. As always on Mondays, I'm here with Chris Papazio from eMortgage Management, and super excited to talk about today's topic. But can you give your contact information, Chris?
Certainly. So Chris Papaccio here with eMortgage Management. Direct phone number is 480-227-1083, and my NMLS number is 336676.
Awesome, thank you. So I did an audio book that I started this morning, and I'm not going to give you the name of it, but it's by C.S. Lewis. And I'm a fan of some of his work, actually all of his work. And one of the chapters that I was listening to was talking about the way that others view us. So last week, Chris and I talked about using the word busy, how in our industry, we're all using this word busy, but how does that word come off to the person who is hearing it or reading it when we're writing? So it kind of just segues over from that word that we focused on to how do we look in the mirror to other people? So whether it's fidgeting, let's see, I took a couple notes here, Chris. Our body language.
Yep.
The words, the tone that we use.
Yep.
So how is that coming off to other people when we're communicating? What is that? Are we focused? And so really I was talking to you a little about something that's going on in my world today. And sometimes when we even type emails in short little sentences, almost like bullet points, how that is interpreted and attention to detail. I thought we just spend a few minutes talking about how other people can view us. And I think that there's a place in, us caring about the way that we are being interpreted. I know there's kinds of little things out there that say, stop worrying about, the way people view you. But when you're in business or even in wherever, being mindful, careful about certain things, it still remains to be very important. So if you want to talk to that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that mindfulness about how what you're saying is being received on the other end is extremely important in any level of business. I think in our world, in our industry, it's even more important because, client and most clients, this is one of the largest purchases they're ever going to do. So it's very important to everyone we're talking with, and having that mindfulness that, what we're saying, is being properly translated on the other end is really important. And some of the stuff we were talking about before we jumped on the recording was, we were kind of laughing because the first thing is you pulled me in and I'm sitting here fixing my hair because my hair is like all over the place today. And I mean, right there, my own, there was my hook of a crazy hair. My own little vanity kicked in because I need a haircut. But, I think more important than that is, a lot of the other recordings we've talked about too is technology is taking over our world. I mean, we're doing Zoom calls right now. We are doing more often than not, a lot of the communication I deal with realtors and I deal with even clients these days, a lot of text and email, and it's less picking up the phone and calling. And there's nothing right or wrong about it, but what we have to be mindful is, and I'm guilty of it too, is I've sent what I think is really kind of quick and just, very to the point, answer the question and kind of move on to the next thing. And then I read it 15 minutes later, I'm like, wow, that was really short. I had to send a follow-up one or a follow-up email, be like, I wasn't trying to be short. I just want to make sure I was addressing all your points, really exacting. So I think any of us can fall into that. And if we're not picking up the phone, over a verbal communication, our tone, our intonation, our stress markers, all that stuff, people can be heard on the other end. And you get feedback from the other side about if they're hearing you and understanding you. I think through text and email, all that's lost. And it can be really kind of a slippery slope to be on. And we were also talking about, with this video context, a lot of people in business are moving to video. I'm right here, I was really kind of terrified to get on video and do this with you. But the repetitiveness of it has gotten me past that, because I hear my voice, and I used to do video emails at one point, and the video emails I would freak out about my voice. I had to record it 10 times because I never heard my own voice on the reverberation on the other side. And it didn't sound like me. So it was, it's getting past that little initial fear. But then I think too, as we come up with therapies or whatever with this COVID stuff that's going on, I mean, Arizona right now, you have anywhere you go, you're in a mask. You know, with your face covered, I think it's very hard to have that communication because, you know, from here down is a lot of your facial markers. I mean, you can do some things, your eyebrows and forehead and this kind of stuff, but people I mean, my wife and I have had conversations with this like ad nauseum. It's like, you don't realize how much you read someone's lips to understand them.
Well,
And it's
yeah, and I
really
go
hard with those
walking
masks.
when you go walking every morning, I go out and I'm in my neighborhood or something, every morning walking. And I notice when some people walk by, you know, with the mask, it's like, I wonder what's really happening behind that mask. Are they smiling? What's going on? Because you can read so much in someone's face, obviously. There's just so many muscles in your face.
Right.
But I also have made a point when I'm out doing my walks is I go probably overboard with wanting to smile at other people because I want to express myself. And I
Right.
hope that they start their day, you know, with seeing at least one person really smile at them and say hi, because that's just, I guess that's what I
I mean,
hope I'm getting on.
well, there's like an old school human reaction. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like, just if you smile at someone else, they're naturally going to smile back. And it's like a reciprocal emotional feedback loop that makes everyone feel better. So
Not
I do
every
the same thing
time.
when I see someone. The first thing I do is always smile at them and get a smile back. So I feel more comfortable.
Well,
But
and it's been interesting, Chris, because as my journey down the path that has continued to go on, I'm starting to really get to know my neighbors, but I'm also picking up, oh, you're kind of new to this path now, aren't you? Because you're not smiling and you're
well, I
not
mean,
doing
it's
those things.
well, and then I mean, for a guy thing, it's almost like the guy thing at the gym with the mask now. So you do like a head nod, just okay, I got you, or it's like a kind of one of those things because that's all you got. You have nothing else to communicate besides that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just, like I said, I mean, it's the technology and where we're at right now. It's just, I think we need to make sure we do as much as we tend to focus away from phone calls. I've personally, in addition to doing this kind of stuff with you, I've tried to make it an extra step of when I get a text from someone and it looks like a complex thing versus trying to text back, I'm just gonna pick up the phone and call you. And I just feel more comfortable doing that sometimes because I think it gets out of the way some of the stuff a lot easier.
something I've said to people too is when we have a phone call together, and I'm sure I've said this to you, but particularly the people I don't talk to very often, I let them know, boy, it's so nice to hear your voice.
Right.
And I say that a lot because it's true. I want to hear people's voice so I can really listen to, like you said, the tone and really be able to ask the questions. Did I get everything answered that you were looking for? And make sure that all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted, just like mom and dad told you to do like back when you were little.
Yep.
Make sure that you do it right the first time so that you're not going back to doing it over and over again. But I thought it was just kind of an interesting concept because we do forget how we are appearing to other people. And some of the feedback that I've gotten on the videos that you and I've done, videos I've done over the last, I can't believe it, 6 months,
Right.
whatever it is at this point, is that my hope is that I continue to come across as authentic, that I don't have a fancy, like all kinds of stuff going on around the screen. I don't have a fancy microphone, although I do, I just don't know how to use it.
You don't have the boom hanging down from the top yet?
Well, and in my office, I am setting up the green room, and this is a work in progress, just like everybody out there. We're all learning this stuff, this technology together. I'm trying to learn it so I can turn around and teach my customers exactly, here's some pointers on how to do this, that, and the other. But being genuine is something that I hope and pray that people will respect about me, and that it's not fancy. It's the way that these are the tools that I have in this moment. And I'm just grateful for people like you that have been able to come along for the ride and accepted,
It's been fun.
stepping out and stepping into something that was different.
Mhm.
And it's been different. It really has been all of that. It's been different. And so I thank you for coming on today again. You're always amazing on Mondays, and especially today being the last day of the month.
Right.
There's no stress in that.
No.
So, but can you give your contact information
Definitely,
again?
definitely.
And I have a couple
So-
of closing remarks.
Sure, no problem. So Chris Papaccio, eMortgage Management. We're down here in Gilbert. NMLS number is 336676. My phone number again is 480-227-1083. And if you're looking for, I'll use the word authentic person to be able to talk to and get ideas from, we are always here to assist you.
I'm so grateful for you. There's a couple things coming up. If you're a real estate agent looking for a good CE class on disclosure, I have a CE class, I believe it is on September 17th from 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 on Zoom on solar. And so what you should know, just like I said, it's a disclosure class, as well as I'm really excited to be putting together a new website that it's going to be about home tours. I'll be able to take that out on the road. It'll also be a good place to showcase some of the things that I have as resources for my customers. And also the charity stuff that I just absolutely love to do. So Chris, what would you say if I told you that I'm going to do one more year of Real Estate Wednesday?
Well, that's about, we knew you were going to do one more year, just make it public, and that's great.
So I'm committing to it. And the reason I'm committing to it,
I'm already wearing my green. Look, I'm ready. So
I got rid of a lot of my Real Estate Wednesday stuff last year. I gave it away. I sent people home with it. But because of COVID and the way charitable giving is down so much this year, I look at it as a way we can work with the community and try to raise some funds for that. Also, I'm looking forward to seeing some of my realtors and loan officers during the holidays, and this is a great way to bring people together and continue.
Always a fun time.
Party at the kettle.
Party at the kettle.
Exactly. So I always have time to work with a good real estate agent, loan officer, someone looking for a different partnership when it comes to title. And I can reach at 602-715-5704. Absolutely love what I do. So put me to work for you, for your customers. I've got all kinds of new things out there that I've been working on, and I'd love to be able to share that story with you. So for my current customers, thank you so much. I appreciate you to the moon and back. And for those people who have yet to be customers of mine, I'm looking forward to meeting you. So please give me a call. Chris, thanks again so much. And I'll be talking to you, I'm pretty sure, fairly soon.
All right, guys.
Have a great day.